Is macro photography with a smartphone fun? Can we get good images with this? This is my Poco X6 Pro, a very cheap phone, around $200, so it's on the budget side. And like most smartphones, this one has 3 cameras. We are only interested in 2. This is the main camera, the wide-angle camera, and this is the camera for macro, which has a macro lens with a fixed aperture of f2.4 and with only 2 megapixels, which is not a lot. We will try it and see if it's any good and compare it with the main camera. This one has a focal length of 25 millimeters, an aperture fix of f1.7, a resolution of a lot more at 64 megapixel, and it's not a macro lens, but I will attach this gadget to it, and if it's compatible, which I don't know yet, we could have a killer combo with a macro lens and the 64 megapixel of the main camera of my smartphone. So yeah, you know, doing macro with a setup that weighs only 250 grams, if it's working, that would be great. This is the Ulanzi 75mm macro lens that I ordered online and just arrived. It comes in that cute case with 2 sorts of adapters. I chose that lens quite randomly, but I saw that it has some good reviews overall and $30 seemed fair enough to me. Those are the specs, so there are some coatings, 5 elements in 4 groups. The focusing distances are 4 centimeters to 7.5 centimeters. So as you see on paper, it looks okay. It's 6 a.m. I made it to the wild. It's a bit dark, but I took a pocket LED light. So the first thing you want to do with your smartphone before you take a photo, as you all know, you clean the cameras. And if you don't have this one, you can clean it with your t-shirt. So bring a t-shirt with you. And I will try to find something simple to photograph first so I can compare the macro lens with the main lens. Actually, I made the test at home in order to be more precise. The magnification is very similar, but I had a bit more focus distance with that Ulanzi lens. But with the Ulanzi lens, the image is sharp only in the middle. A little problem that I did not know while shooting in the wild. That said, the advantage with the Ulanzi is that I can crop more. First you screw that little lens to the adapter, and for me it will be that hole. That's the one that will be aligned with my main camera. And then you screw that setup to your camera. Not too strongly because this is the glass here. And that's it. It stayed there, no problem. So I spent 2-3 hours trying this setup in my little forest, and while I show a few photos, this is my conclusion. Keep in mind that my phone is not even a mid-range phone, and the result may vary regarding the sensor size, the resolution, and other factors. First of all, this is not super and not macro. Sharp in the middle close-up would be more appropriate. According to a lot of people, if this was macro, the subject would fill the frame. I mean, at 1:1 ratio of magnification, the subject would cover the entire surface of the tiny sensor of the main camera. Now the good thing is that the entire setup fits in your pocket, and it's quite inexpensive, and it's easy to attach it to your smartphone. You don't even have to carry a bag. It's not a ton of data to store in the memory card. You can post your photos online right away, and the best part is that with the help of the sun, you can probably start a fire with that lens. So at this point, I was already in pro mode with manual focus at minimum focus distance. I had a shutter speed of 1/500th of a second, auto ISO, and I was handling a pocket LED light. So the subject is always well lit at minimum focus distance. Here we have another small subject, a red nymph, and we can crop a little, but unfortunately we are far from the quality that you can get with most mirrorless cameras, as you see. Another bug, too small but not too bad if you crop here. I had that hope that with such a small sensor I could get a good depth of field, which I probably have, and I knew that the 64 megapixel would help. The only little problem is that the lens is not a macro lens and my phone is not the best in terms of photography, I guess. However, I think the photos you see are good enough for documentary purpose, in case you want to show to your friend what the nymph of a leaf-legged bug is. So do I recommend the Ulanzi Super Macro Lens for your smartphone? Absolutely not. You save 500 USD, you buy a Sony a6400 second hand with a 7 Artisan 60mm f2.8 macro, or you add some extension tubes to your nifty 50 and you are good to go. That said, even if the quality was not there, it was fun to be outside trying new stuff and making that short video. If you know about a better lens for smartphone, please let us know in the comment below and I will test it for sure. By the way, I will do less video this next 2 months. Time to go in Switzerland soon. Have fun with whatever you use to make photos. Bye!